you can find authentic materials in an EL student's home language for your classroom. It doesn't matter what you're teaching, we're going to find it. So what do we do right now? Well, what do most people do? Well, most people find the thing that they want the students to read. The example today is about photosynthesis from National Geographic Education. Well, I'm going to scroll down and let's say the process. I want the students to know the process, and well, as many teachers do, I go and I copy it, and then I'm going to translate it by just pasting it into a translator. Well, when I do that, hey, it looks good. If you're doing this, kudos to you for trying to meet your students where they are. There are two small things that might get in the way, though. Number one, translators aren't perfect. They're better than they ever have been. And I still recommend using them. However, they're not perfect. The other part, which I think is more pressing for many of our students, is they might not be either A, literate in their first language to the point where they can read about this, right? They're proficient in reading. And then the other one is, the B side of the A-B problem is, well, they've probably never learned about this in their home language. And so it's difficult to read about, and they don't really have footing about what is this concept that they're trying to learn. Both of those can really get in the way of comprehension and success in your classroom. So let's try a different route. Rather than going to a website and finding a paragraph to translate, we're just going to ask a question. What is photosynthesis? All right, and it translates. And I'm pretty sure that that's perfect. Why? Because it's really short. Translators aren't going to screw that part up. And now I'm going to go two routes. First, YouTube. Second, I'm just going to go to a browser window. I'm going to type it in, and I'm going to put PDF. Okay, so first, let's go back to this one. So, what is photosynthesis? Look at all these cool videos. All right, I don't recommend you just click on one and share it immediately. You're smart. You know your content area. You know what it looks like regardless of the language. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click on this one. So we clicked on this first video, and well, I assume it's about photosynthesis. There's a man in overalls with solar cells, so what else would it be about, right? But I'm going to fast forward. And as I fast forward, I can see that they're looking at plants. I can see things that look quite photosynthesis-y, right? And yeah, it looks pretty good. I can see, that's probably going to be the formula, or it's going to give you the rundown of what goes in and what goes out for photosynthesis. So hey, I like it. Now I will share this video. I want to put it in my LMS, create a QR code, email it, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is you just found a video about a topic that you're trying to learn in class. Not only is it in that home student's language, it was created by somebody who speaks that language. And in addition, they can see it and hear it. So if they have difficulties reading about it, well, you solve that problem too. So let's jump over here. Photosynthesis. Look at that. I just typed in PDF next to the phrase, and there's lots of stuff in here. Look, but it might be a little difficult. So let's just do this. Photosynthesis. Let's just do this. Explain photosynthesis for kids. Whoa. So now I'm going to copy that. Let's see if it's going to let me. Now let's go back here. And I'm going to put PDF. Why PDF? PDF just usually means it's going to be in a file that you can download. And if a kid has, well, a cell phone but doesn't have internet at home, well, they can download these. So let's just check this out. Yeah, some of these look good. Let's just check out the very first one. And look at that. Here's a nice little rundown about photosynthesis. Once again, I might not understand everything they're saying. However, I can see pictures of plants, and there's not pictures of wanton violence or drugs or something crazy like that, so I'm not going to send it to my students and get fired. Hey, win-win for everybody. So these are just quick ways that you can still use Google Translate to help you get there, but rather than translating a whole paragraph and giving it to your student, you're using just a few phrases to go back to the internet to find something that they can use. And what's really cool about it, once again, it's in their language. It's by someone who speaks their language, but don't stop there. Follow it up with some vocabulary, some basic vocabulary where you want them to engage in the English language, because the ultimate goal for an EO student is to learn English, right? And you can help them do that by, one, giving them little words here and there, but also boosting their confidence that they can understand and be confident that they know the material you're covering, and now the only thing they have to worry about is the language. And it's so much easier when you only have one front as opposed to multiple things coming at you. Thanks for listening. Questions, comments, suggestions, if you want to cover something else, leave it in comments below, and I will be glad to see you next video. Thanks.